America, or Amaraku, is translated land of the serpent. Mr. Price was not the only one to make this claim. Robert B. Stacy Mudd wrote a book entitled Atlantis, Mother of Empires, in which he attempts to make the claim that the Mayans came from the nation known as Atlantis, an island that allegedly sank during an earthquake. This is not the place to discuss his charges, but he does draw another startling conclusion. Quetzalcoatl, the Mayan god, was known as Kukulkan among the Aztecs. In Peru, he was known as Amaru. But all of these names have an identical meaning, in other words, the feathered serpent. From the Peruvian name comes Amaraca. This is a photograph of a feathered serpent in the 33rd degree Masonic Temple in Washington, D.C. Notice that the head of the serpent has wings. It is a feathered serpent. The feathered serpent would have flown from the old world to the new world, meaning America. By the way, notice that the swastika in the ornamental metalwork above the feathered serpent shown under the two red arrows. The swastika is also a symbol of the sun god and may be drawn two ways, one the reverse of the other. One way is called the evil swastika and the other is called the good swastika. This is a photograph of the swastika, the official symbol of Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party before and during World War II. Notice that this is the evil form of the swastika, and it has been reported that Hitler knew the difference between the two forms of the symbol and that he intentionally selected the evil form. It was under this sun god symbol utilized by Adolf Hitler in the war that his government started that Hitler killed 53 million people under the sign of the sun god, the concealed Lucifer, Satan, or the devil, and as is displayed in the Masonic Temple in Washington, D.C. Mr. Still adds one of the thoughts of another writer who claims to know the truth about the origins of the name America. It is important to note that not only are the people living in the United States of America Americans. All of the people who live in the New World are Americans. The continents are called North America and South America, and regions are called Latin America and Central America. Here is the official position as written by Manly P. Hall, one of the greatest Masons of all time, in his book entitled America's Assignment with Destiny. Since the serpent is frequently a symbol of Lucifer, meaning the devil, it is no exaggeration to extrapolate from this that America may well mean, hold on America, this is not going to be pleasant. America may well mean land of Lucifer. So that revelation that America was named after Amaru, another name for the feathered serpent god, and the feathered serpent is a symbol of Lucifer, another name for Satan, the devil, is quite possibly the true explanation of the naming of America. I am convinced that all of what we have studied tonight has convinced me that America was named after Lucifer by our founding fathers. That means that this nation's founding fathers knew that. They were announcing the birth of the New World Order when they dedicated this nation to Lucifer, also known as Satan or the devil. They knew who America was named after. That is why they placed the Great Pyramid a symbol of the temple of Lucifer worship in the reverse side of the Great Seal of the United States. That is why they placed the symbol of the Great Pyramid of Giza, a temple of initiation into Lucifer worship, in our seal. That is why they placed the Eye of Osiris, a sun god concealing a worship of Lucifer, above his house on the reverse side of the Great Seal. That is why they waited to form this nation after there were 13 states. That is why they selected the American eagle as this nation's national bird. That is why they declared their independence on July 4th, a concealed sun holiday. I would like to go back and remind you that the pyramid on the back of our dollar bill is a symbol of the Great Pyramid in Egypt, and then show you that those who built the Egyptian pyramid connected it to Lucifer, Satan, the devil. They connected the building of the Great Pyramid of Khufu with the mystical number 13. This is a book entitled The Mysteries of Chartres, I presume, Cathedral in France. I won't spend time on discussing the connection between the Catholic Church and this cathedral and the Masons, but there are many. But this author discussed the pyramid in Egypt, and it is this that I would like to spend a few moments on. He makes the observation that the Egyptian pyramid is built on an angle of inclination of 51 degrees and 25 minutes. Then he makes the observation that the angle can no longer be measured exactly because the polished limestone facing has disappeared. This is the line divided into 13 equal sections, and if you take this line and create a triangle with sides of 4 sections and a base of 5, meaning 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 5 is 13, you get angles in the sides of 51 degrees and 19 minutes. That is extremely close to the estimation of the angle of inclination of the Great Pyramid of Giza. And then I would like to remind you that 13 is the value assigned to represent Satan. It appears as if those who built the Great Pyramid of Khufu concealed the fact that it was dedicated to Lucifer in the angle of inclination. They knew. It all seems to fit together. Now let me briefly prove that the Masons who named this nation and then established it knowingly worship Lucifer, also called Satan the devil. And to start, I'm going to take 3 different thoughts and link them together so that we can understand the secret inside the Masonic Lodge. This is a quotation from Albert Pike, the leader of the worldwide Masonic movement, in his book entitled Liturgy. The symbols and ceremonies of Masonry have more than one meaning. They rather conceal than disclose the truth. They hint it only, at least, and their varied meanings are only to be discovered by reflection and study. So as I said, I shall take 3 different thoughts and reflect and study their concealed secrets so that we can draw some conclusions. I would like to recommend that you consider reading my 3rd book, Masonry, Conspiracy Against Christianity, in which I spend a lot more time proving this claim. Now let me briefly prove this. This is the first link. In the first degree, called the apprentice degree in the Blue Lodge, the initiate Mason is brought before the worshipful master, the equivalent of their president, by the brother order, and he asks the brother order, apparently the equivalent of the vice president, "What do you ask for this candidate?"